if you're out there, I just want to welcome you in. I just wanted to share this message with you. And I don't condone drinking, and I'm not against it. I drink myself. Let me cover my trigger number. But, anyways, okay. So, if you are partaking in gossip, or you're, let's say you're spreading gossip. Let's say you know something about somebody and it was just said between you and them, and they confided in you, or you know something about somebody, not like if they're breaking a law or something. Obviously, all of us are responsible. You will be held accountable. But when you're spreading business about people, God looks at this unfavorable, okay? I just, whether you know God or you're not. But as I was just going on about my day, um, Noah wound up getting drunk, okay? And so I'm going to read from that and I'll tell you my thoughts on it. Of course, God doesn't want us to be drunk on wine, but He also doesn't want people um, trying to exploit us, okay? So, especially our family, we're going to know stuff that other people don't, and it's wrong when we're spreading people's business, because unless it comes from that person and telling them, it's not your place to go around and spread people's business. It's just not, because you want people to do that to you. We all have embarrassing moments, and just think about it. So before you go and start spreading people's business, take the time and really think, would I want somebody to do this to me? And you know, people do it to their own parents even, and it's shameful because we're supposed to honor our mother and father. Yes, sometimes our parents are not, they're doing evil deeds and stuff like this, but you're not supposed to try to embarrass them. We're supposed to help our brothers and sisters, and like, try to call them back or whatever, but not try to take their most embarrassing moment and then blast it for everybody to see, okay? um, so Noah's descendants, wait a minute. All right, so whatever this speaks to you, let me know. It's Genesis 9, and then 18. Okay. The sons of Noah went forth from the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Noah built the ark, and he saved his family from the whole world being flooded. God destroyed the whole entire world besides them. And everybody was laughing at Noah because he was building this ark, but he obeyed God. These three were the sons of Noah, and from these the people of the whole earth were dispersed. So the whole people of the earth come from them. Okay. Noah began to be a man of the soil, and he planted a vineyard. He drank of the wine and became drunk, and lay uncovered in his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his two brothers outside. Then Shem and Japheth took a garment, laid it on both their shoulders, and walked backward, and covered the nakedness of their father. Their faces were turned backward, and they did not see their father's nakedness. When Noah woke from his wine and knew that what his youngest son had done to him, he said, "Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be to his brothers." He also said, "Blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem, and let Canaan be his servant. May God enlarge Japheth, and let him dwell in the tents of Shem, and let Canaan be his servant." So Canaan was a servant to them. After the flood, Noah lived 350 years. All the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died. Before the fall, we, I guess this is after Adam and Eve, but after we only lived like 70 years. That's supposed to be our lifespan. But what I'm saying is, like, of course God doesn't want, we all, I'm not saying all, but for myself, I've been drunk and I've done stupid things, right? But like when people are recording people and then they put it on there to see their nakedness, basically, it's like you're taking their nakedness and you're embarrassing people. Do you think that God is likes this? It doesn't. And we have to watch who you listen to too, because why do you need to know everybody's personal business? You don't. It's just not for everybody to know. And even your family shouldn't be blasting your whole entire family business on the internet. We all have family that has done messed up things. But the thing is we're nobody's immune. We all make mistakes. So this is what we have to think of before you partake. Think about Noah. You know, he saved his family from being the flood. And then they go and he's telling his brothers that his father laid naked. He should have turned his eyes and covered his father right away. That's what we're supposed to do. When our brothers or sisters are, mess up, we're supposed to help them because he was drunk. He had no idea he was laying naked, but for his sons to come in there, and then he called his two brothers. Why would they want to look at their father naked? It's wrong. We don't look at our family or our fathers. We're never supposed to stare at our parents naked. Never, never. And so God blessed Noah. God blessed Noah. He was a righteous man. He saved Noah and his family. And everybody was mocking and laughing. And Noah was trying to get them on the ark because he knew that the flood was coming. God was telling them. So he had to take two by two all the animals and his family. And after that, this is what his one son did to him. So he cursed him. He cursed his father. And that's sometimes in our family. Our parents take away blessings because of things we have done. So, and it does not make you look better because you take your family and you try to, put shame on your name. You shouldn't do that. We all make mistakes. Just know that. And when you mess up, um, hey Ducky, how are you? This is the first time I see you. He cursed his son. Noah cursed his son because when Canaan, Noah wound up being drunk. He planted a vineyard, but then he drank his wine, okay? Like a lot of us do. We become drunk sometimes, right? And it's not a sin to really drink, but I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. But anyways, his son, he was in his own tent and he lay naked, but his son tried to exploit him by getting his other brothers and tell him that, that he lay naked. Why would he not cover him up? So this is a thing, like our nakedness. It's when somebody takes something we did, okay, and tries to put it out there for everybody to know about, okay? It's not for everybody to know, okay? And that's why you have to watch who you're drinking with, because sometimes people like to do this to us where they like to get us, if we do something embarrassing, then they post it or something. But just know that we all make mistakes, okay? IGG. All right. But that's what it is. He also said, "Blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem, and let Canaan be his servant. May God enlarge Japheth, and let him dwell in the tents of Shem, and let Canaan be his servant." So it wasn't against God's plan that we can't have a drink, okay? Because Jesus turned water into wine. But God doesn't want us to be embarrassed, okay? Because when we do drink over what we're supposed to, if we're in a large crowd, we wind up doing stupid things. Come on, let's be honest. But that's why you have to watch who you sit with, when you drink, of course. And, because you're intoxicated, okay? But God, he blessed Noah. So Noah cursed his youngest son. I guess that's the youngest son. I'm not sure if it's his oldest or youngest son. Let's see. I'm not sure, but it was Canaan. He cursed. So as you sit on this platform and you have a weekend and your friend messes up, okay? Do not get on this platform and blast their whole business because you're mad at them, okay? Because think about, would you want somebody to do this to you? It's not for everybody's ears. A lot of people bring their whole entire family business, and it's not for everybody to know. When you have a family meeting, it's not for everybody's ears to know about. Nobody needs to know every single business you have. People are not, some people will take that and they will run it all around and think about, we're on a major platform here, okay? And even when you're walking about, not everybody needs to know what you're going through, or if somebody made a mistake, you don't blast it around and go gossip, because the people could do the same thing to you. Those people that you're gossiping to and sitting under gossip Trust me, they're taking whatever you tell them and they're going to gossip. This is why a lot of people don't have a ton of friends, because you have to know that when you share something with somebody that they are going to keep it in confident, something personal, right? Myself, you know, I would like, just if you go through these things because it's wrong. So let me know your thoughts on this. So a lot of people are like, they think that alcohol is, like the devil or something like this. I guess if they have drank it to the point where they destroyed people's lives and stuff, but that's not because they had one drink. No, it's because they drank a ton of stuff. But I can't tell you what to do. Of course, we all have freedom. But sometimes I do get drunk, okay? But not all the time. But the people that I'm with aren't going to sit there and, go around and if I do something embarrassing, post it online. It's just wrong, uncovering. Hey, Jeff, how are you? How you doing? So, this is why we have to watch gossip. And it's not, God doesn't look at oppose us if we have a drink. It was because his sons had exploited him when he laid in his tent. He was by himself. So maybe you have walked in the room and somebody was there. You're going to shut that door. You're not going to tell everybody to come and look. But this is what some people do, so that's what we do. And so, anyways, I hope that this message will speak, I hope that this message will encourage you to stay away from gossipers and don't partake in that. And then if something was funny because it was a little embarrassing, don't exploit people like that. This is what it is. He was trying to exploit his own father, which is wrong, because you're supposed to honor your father and mother, and this is what people do. They have made a mistake, and the children or the family tries to exploit them, and you'll see it in Hollywood and you'll see it on here. Why does everybody need to know this? They don't. They really don't, because we all make mistakes. But I'm going to get off of here, but I wanted to share this with you. Let me know what you think. Um, and Jesus turned water into wine. We're not supposed to be extremely drunk, but some of us do get drunk, okay? Let's just be honest. I'm not drinking and driving, and I'm responsible with who I'm hanging out with and stuff, but I make sure that I'm around people that I know and that I trust, not some strangers. I don't go get drunk with strangers if I ever did get drunk. Not like I'm pursuing to get drunk, because we're not really supposed to. But even if we did, God isn't like going to bring down fire and brimstone from the sky. But if alcohol has been like a part of your thing, then you stay away from it. You have to stay out of bars and you have to stay away from that lifestyle, of course, right? So I'm not, trying to trip you up. This is another thing too. But what I got out of this is he exposed his father, his own father that saved them. God destroyed every mankind. It was just Noah and his family that had survived on that ark with all the animals. We didn't come from chimpanzees. A lot of people, like, in school they teach this evolution, but if we came from chimpanzees, there would be no chimpanzees left because it would be evolution. But I'm not going to sit here and argue, if that's what you believe in, but you can still use this message, like, to not exploit people, if they have made a mistake and stuff, because it doesn't make us look any better. It makes us look like untrustworthy. Like, I will never trust somebody if they ever did that to me. I will never share anything with them. And you'll be cut out of my life. And a lot of people would cut you out of their life because you're untrustworthy. But just know the birds there carry stuff around, So that's all I want to share with you guys. And, just let me know. So don't exploit your family and don't exploit your friends, because at the end of the day, that's what you have. Yes, I have good friends on here, but at the end of the day, my family is there for me. We have ups and we have downs and we have embarrassing moments, but it's not for everybody to see. Not everybody and their mother, because it never goes away on this platform too. Think about it like that. Don't do that to your family. Okay? Learn to forgive people, and just do to others as you would want them to do. But God's face is opposed when you do that to people. God's face is opposed when you gossip about people, and when you take any personal details and you give it to everybody. It's not for everybody's eyes and ears. Okay? Well, that's why sometimes even talking to just a complete stranger, if you're really going through something, is sometimes relieves it, because nobody you know, you're just going through something, okay? But know that God listens to you too. All right, so let me know how you like this, guys. My name's Jersey Love Steph. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and I hope to see you again. All right, have a good day, guys. Like it out. Bye.